What's going on, everybody? Slime Dutchman here, and today is a very exciting video for me. Since first Thursday everything went well, but I already was missing something that I fell off, which was a little pull stick, aka a hydro handbrake. As you've maybe seen in the last video, I've ordered this online, very high quality, no play, no nothing, very good hydro as far as I can tell now, compared to the cheap €20 hydro e-brake that I've got for my playseat off Amazon with free shipping and whatever. It was crazy. So I'm in my car and I'm trying to see where I want to put it, and there's not a lot of room in the E36. So as you can see, this is like the center console of a E36. Get out of the way. We have the armrest here. I was first thinking maybe use the original place of the for the original handbrake, but since I need to have this for inspection to keep it road legal, this is not an option. Then as a second thought, I was maybe thinking having this a bit more leaned back like this as a standard position, and then have it sort of here on the side, which kind of works, but I still have the feeling that it's too far away. Also, I need to not have it straight but angle it a bit, because you pull it towards you, otherwise you have it straight, you need to pull it back, but then like with your arm all the way there. Anyways, then again, it's quite small, it's not a very thick hydro, and I think that I can place it like this. If it next to the steering wheel, will sit a little bit lower because of it's now on the whole panel, and I think that with this I can still hit I can still hit first gear, no problem. Oh, that can be a problem though, because reverse is kind of there. You need to push it to get it in. It will go a little bit back like this, but then again, if I have it here, this will not be... Oh, sorry. It's hard to focus all three things at once. This can be a good spot. We'll sit a little bit lower like this, I think. But I need to cut up this here, take this out, whole trim, see what I can do about this, see what buttons I can use, because still, of course, I want to use these window switches because I have electric windows, so why should I give that up, of course. Because drift car, but it's still my daily, and if I need to get a ticket from a toll booth or whatever, you can't because your windows are shut. So I'm just gonna see how easy it is to get everything off, just like those things. And then I think I can take this trim off for this. Yep. And if this is off, I should probably be able to go in there and then pop them up. So let me remove some trim and I'll be right back. So I've taken it out. It was just two little clips on this side and on that side, and just pop right back out. Then you have a little like foam cup that is in there. Just all right. Then you can sort of push. There it goes. And we have the window switches. I'm gonna relocate those if this is going to be the plan, but if you can look inside here, there's like a lot of space to go down, and then there's still this mat, the sound deadening shit, and there is the trans tunnel original. So it is basically this is folded over here at a 90 degrees angle, basically. So the handbrake will sit here, which will result in having this, like, I think this height, which I think, if you look at that, because I'm gonna be welding a plate to that to extend it a bit inwards and then mount this on there. But I don't think this is gonna be is gonna sit, of course, like here, but then a lot lower. So I don't think, because of the height of the handbrake and how low it will be sitting, I don't think that's gonna be any problem for the gears to hit reverse. Also, I'm just gonna I think just take this section out, just cut it and cut it here, and then take the carpet out, make a plate, weld it, leave it a little bit bigger, place the handbrake where you want it, make sure it's not in the way of that, make sure it's not in the way of your steering wheel, that you can still like normally grab here instead of just only fingering between your handbrake and the wheel. So then I can place it where I want it, tap some bolts in it. I think they have holes. Yeah, there are holes on the bottom. And then place it, muck it up, remove it, and then grind the plate off on how long you want it to be, how big. And also no sharp edges, because my foot is going to be here. So yeah, I think this will be the best option. I can also do it on this side and then relocate these, because these are for the passenger, and then I have my convenience, and the passenger, well, fuck them, basically. But I'm overthinking something. But because my original plan was like here at the sides and keep it, but if I'm gonna cut everything up, then why not do it on this side, then have it more like here. Sorry. Because then, of course, it's gonna sit a lot lower. I can bring in that thing a little bit more, but then I can use the brake lines to go up, and then in there, just quickly out of sight. Then I have my original ones. I can use my windows. Passenger side, I can relocate them to maybe here or something. Just make a square hole, just plop them in. I won't be able to use my ashtray, I think, unless I place it a bit forward and like this. Why are my windows working? It's not even... Okay. Apparently... Oh, as soon as I open the windows, the electrics goes on. Apparently, so... Doesn't matter. I don't know what to do now. To do it on this side and angle it a bit towards me, or do it on that side and keep it more straight. Tough choices. Let me think. So, I'm now at the other side and I've done something. Been stripping a lot, and best thing is, I decided to go this way because here I have a lot more play to go on what angle I want and however, and that way it was just BMW cases too much in the way of reverse. I mean, first is like here and forward, but if you would go in reverse, you need to like push it extra and have it there, and then with the shift knob extra, there's just no space to put that on. So I went this way. Now I can place it in here. Only thing is the cylinder, the reservoir, or the pump, whatever thingy on the back needs to be here. So I'll clip this out, and then it should be fitting after I've cut this away. Nice shiny metal underneath. It's all clear, nice in color. Anyways, I'm gonna weld a plate onto here, sticking out here, and then mount the handbrake on in the position I want. Mark it off, cut it. I will not do that today. Today was kind of mocking up how I want it and make room for it, so I just have to get a welder and stick it on basically, and then run the lines, which can be here and then go in here, which will be, or like at the side and then go in, because then you won't hit them with anything, so that's a good thing. Let's cut some more shit up. So here we are, last moments of daylight. I basically took everything out, the carpet, the stuff behind it, just the wiring and just bare metal, painted metal. The only thing I need to do for the next time is just grind it up, weld a little plate up here, then this will fit right in here, position it how I want to, and will probably sit somewhere here just next to the radio. I can angle it a little bit like this to give it a bit more, you know, towards me without being too crooked. But I think this, out of all places, is one of the best places to put a hydro handbrake and keep like stock interior parts intact. Maybe there will be a different shifter in the future, but for now this will be all good. Just a little plate just under that, you can see kind of the shape it's gonna need to be. For the driver or the passenger side windows, they just they'll work, but they still need to be repositioned. Now luckily the wire is going that way, and I can just bring them up and just make a square hole the size of this and just go there. I can also use this as a little template as the width of it. This should sort of fit, so I can use this like that as a little template to go on. Just a little square hole here, and then you can click these in, which should be all good. Then I have a hydro, everything working, and I'm just very curious to see how it works. It's within my reach. I have long arms, luckily, so we'll see how that goes. So day 2 of the installment. What I did is I got a little bit of cardboard, just simple, thin, but a little bit strong. What we're gonna do now is get the handbrake. Lay this. I'm gonna use this little notch here to weld on. I'm gonna grind that and that bare metal and just place it on there, sort of like this, without the cables in the way, of course. What I'm gonna do next is fit this in here, then place the handbrake on top of this, mock it up, just cut it out like where I want it, and then make the holes, and then I can use that as a template for my metal plate, which we're gonna go to right now. So this is what I came up with. A little mold that will just sit to the transmission tunnel, and then you can take this and it should fit like there, roughly, if you look at the holes that I've created. So now we can take, because I've taken the whole handbrake apart and able to find the holes precisely. So now I can take this template and place this on a piece of metal, cut it out, and basically weld it. So that's the next step. Let's fabricate this out of metal. So I've cut the 6 holes that I needed. As you can see, I just mocked them up and they're all like perfect. Why like this? Simple thing. Of course I used, in this case I didn't have a center point, so I just used the screw. Just a simple beginner's tip, but it always works. You take just a screw, you place it in the center of the hole where you want it, and you give it a good bash with a hammer. That creates a little dent in the metal, so your drill bit stays on that place. A lot of beginner jobs that you see, people have drilled a hole and then the second one, but because the drill bit just starts to walk around a bit, they will not line up, and the thing that you want to fit doesn't fit, and you need to make oval holes to make it fit and stuff like that. So that sucks. This is perfect now. Also, I did it before cutting because I don't have a vise yet, hopefully. So this way I was able to cut it without the metal piece just swinging around on the drill bit, cutting my fingers off. So this is a safe way to do it. Now I just need to cut it off and we're pretty much done with the plate. So we're almost there. Don't look at my welding skills. It's stuck on there. That's what counts. A little extra bracket there, just to keep it there, and this should just fit like that. The cylinder will go back into here, and then the handle should be coming up like here, which I think is a good spot. Gonna paint this, install everything, make everything ready, maybe even make some holes here to feed the lines through, so everything is ready to flare the lines and hook everything up and bleed the system. So, second to last time working on this, I hope. I painted it black, so now it would look a little bit better. This gap will be filled with the handbrake, of course, and I'm trying to maybe fill it up with some stuff. Unfortunately, this cut could have been better, but oh well. I'm gonna make sure it looks good, at least. Oh, excuse me, decent. So now I'm gonna install it. I think I have to cut a little bit away here, a little bit extra for the cylinder to sit nice in here, and then everything can be bolted up. I have the handbrake in multiple pieces. Like this is the plate base, and then if I put it, align it with the holes like that, you can see that for the cylinder there's just barely enough, and just not enough space. I was thinking originally going a bit more flush with that side, so but then again the handbrake would just stand a little bit more angled like that, and that makes the handle stay up like here instead of here, and I wanted a bit closer, so I decided to do it a bit more straight like that, in line with the whole thing. That's gonna be for I think tomorrow, because I can put the car on the bridge hopefully, and then do everything underneath the car. So what I'm gonna do now is just hook everything up and then off to the lines, which I'm gonna do tomorrow. So after a lot more cutting, because as you can see, this is angled a bit backwards. It's not like straight, but it's if this is the bottom line, which is straight, then the cylinder will sit in here and it will stick out like a little bit like that. Yeah, a little bit more horizontal, but like, what is it, 90 degrees to this, but since this is a little bit angled backwards, the cylinder is gonna sit like in a slope down, and because of that it was hitting here at the bottom, so I had to take the bottom of the plastic out, and now it sits all free, perfect, and I can finally mount it up. So we got these 6 holes, and I leave the cylinder and everything out because this little thick thing is gonna keep me from putting those 2 bolts in. So I'm gonna put this on first, slip the cylinder in, do the rest, and then put the handbrake in and adjust the length. If that is all good, then we can start making brake lines. So here we are with the almost final result. I still need to do the flares, which are gonna go up like this and then back in here and then through a hole through the transmission tunnel, because the lines are kind of where I'm sitting. So they go through the tunnel on the side and then to the other lines. I'm gonna make a little plate here, so I still have a cabin to put stuff there, like my phone or whatever. This is also protecting it from smashing it down, which is a good thing. For me personally, I'm really loving the way this fits. This maybe could have gotten a little bit more outside and fill it up a bit more, but either way, I think it looks really cool to like have a ripstick in the car like this. For me, I have long arms, so it's no, I mean, I can even reach here. so it's no problem for me to get it. Pretty easy. Also, I have changed the buttons for the electric windows here to the side. They still light up, so even in dark you can really find them. So the passenger can still like open these windows. Very nice. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna plumb it and make everything work. One of my mates is gonna help me with that. At least he has a bridge, so if I'm lucky I can put it on the bridge and work underneath the car, which is way easier. And I hope that we can test this puppy out, because well, the diff you don't see. Lowering the car you see a little bit, but this is one of the real drift aesthetics in a car that's like, hey, it's not supposed to be there. What's the purpose of that? So finally have something in the car to look at, because also the lowered car you can see it from outside, but if you sit in it, it's just a normal car, except for the Assetto Corsa window banner. But now finally I have something like drift related in the car, and I can't wait to use it. So after some work, the hydro is in. I don't know, now you can't see it. It's all the way tucked in there. And the next day is it, and we have snow, which is kind of perfect. So we run the lines, I run them through here. They came into the trans tunnel. I put some silicone stuff around them, and some rubber hosing, prevent from scrubbing or cutting themselves on anything. And whew, I just did already a little lap around, and it works perfectly. Just on the clutch, off the clutch, holding the handbrake, and just making donuts. It's very cool. So I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna use this a lot on Sunday. Hopefully that becomes will take my drifting to the next level, because now I can hopefully manji the whole straight and then entry into the next corner. But for now, let's do some laps in the snow. Here we go, first ever tandems. There was nice proximity though, but unfortunately he spun. He has no handbrake, just only welded diff, stock suspension. It's a boat to drive. Nose to nose. You can't see it, but I had no handbrake, so needed to do it with a little bit extra revs. Unfortunately, I did not film anything at all about plumbing the handbrake and bleeding it and everything and making the lines. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. If there's anyone interested in how I did it, just ask me in the comments and I will do a separate video and just check it out. But there's so many videos on YouTube and stuff already on how to install a hydro e-brake, so it's not that necessary. But the thing is that as you've seen in the video, that my mate Ruben has got the E36 compact for free, and we needed to do some work on it. So we replaced the flywheel, the clutch and everything, new control arm, new fenders, new bumper, and we basically fixed the car in like 2-3 days and it was all done. And it we were running a bit late, and I hadn't had dinner yet, and it was like 10 o'clock after that we finished, and I was like, fuck it, I just want that handbrake in, because snow was coming, basically. It was the first day of snow, and just the day before, like, let's fix this thing and make it work for the snow. So I'm so happy. It was perfect timing that I got it in. Yeah, I basically forgot to film because we were so stressed and just fixing one car and then bam, onto the next one, get it on the bridge, and I just completely forgot it because we were in the flow and working. And like, if you video and do YouTube or whatever, you can agree, I think, with me that you get a lot more work done if you don't film and just go for it. That's basically what we did. So I have the handbrake in. There is snow. It's the next day though. I filmed yesterday a little bit of the snow drifting. Unfortunately, this would have been a crazy evening with all of us just drifting, but I needed to work. I had a night shift. So I've seen some videos of people going like crazy, because especially in the evening time, all parking lots are completely empty. So unfortunately I had to miss that. That's why I do this little bit, and I did some drifting yesterday. Next up is this Sunday, upcoming Sunday, is my next drift event. It's my second drift event ever. So hopefully I can now munchie the straight and then use the handbrake to slide it in, basically, which I hope will work. Also, after that, the angle kit is going under the car. I first wanted to do a drift event with just the handbrake, and then next drift event I have the handbrake and the angle kit, and just combine everything together. And I wanted to see if the place where we all were sliding, if it's still good or if it's all fucked. So, a lot of snow is gone. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's no fun. Oh well. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully you like my combination of real life drifting and game drifting. Of course, I started in gaming, so that will be on the channel as well. And from that I evolved to real life drifting. Even yesterday I had a little, I did a drive along with some kids, and they were like, "Oh sir, can we go for a lap around?" I was like, sure, hop on in. I mean, if I was that person, I would have enjoyed it really much. It's just like, cool, I can get it right along. So I'm that guy now, so I was giving the kids a ride along, and they were all like, "Oh, how did you learn this?" And I just said, just straightforward, just a saddle with a wheel. If you can drift on a saddle with a wheel, you can do this. And one kid was like, "How was the game called?" So he was quite interested, which is a good thing. The more drifters, the better. Although I think the younger kids, I think they're of the generation that barely has any rear-wheel drive cars, because especially in Europe, there are just a few, and the cars that we all know and love because of their rear-wheel driveness, they are very expensive here. And this car is now affordable, but it won't take long. This car will go up in price as well. So I think I'm just on time, like doing this, getting this. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be the video from the Sunday, which will be out in the beginning of next week, hopefully. And then angle kit installments, and between those videos maybe there's gonna be some gaming related footage, new tunes, new cars, new updates, DLCs, or just some average fun with the Drift Squad crew, whatever. So I want to thank you guys for watching. still a bit slippery because it's so cold. Which is a good thing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace. Final skid.